ask a couple questions for my introduction. Do you have a family member that has like that one cabinet in the dining room that has like really nice china or really nice plates, and your grandmother or aunt won't let you touch it at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Have you ever wondered what is the process to make one of those bowls or plates?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what would it be made on? Okay. Well, the fine china would be made on a pottery wheel. And if you don't know what a pottery wheel is, it's a machine that has a wheel in the middle, and it's metal, and around it has a basin where the water and clay can go onto, and it has a gas pedal that I like to call it. And a pottery wheel can date back to as far as 3129 BC in Mesopotamia, modern day Iraq. But there are also other pieces of fragments that have been found in China and also Europe. So the earliest was in 3129 BC, but their anthropologists have said to be that it could have been earlier than that. And the term throwing on a pottery wheel is the term that's used for the action. So when someone is on a wheel, they have their hands placed on the clay, and the motion of the hands is what is called to be throwing on a wheel. And you're manipulating the clay between your hands with the water also. This will all make sense when I demonstrate it. There are 3 types of clay, and through my high school career, I've had the pleasure to work with all these 3 types of clay. The first clay that I worked with was sophomore year, and it's called earthenware, and it's the clay that I use, it's gray, but there are also different various colors like brown, and it is the most groggiest type of clay. If you ever know what grog is, it has a lot of minerals in it, so if you used it for the first time, your hands will probably have a lot of callus on the sides of your hands, but over time it'll go away because your hands get used to it. The second type of clay that I used was stoneware, and stoneware is a little bit less groggy. It doesn't have that many minerals in it, and it's a much nicer clay to work with, and that comes in also different colors, but it's most common in red, in a reddish type of clay. And the third best type of clay that I love is, its actual name is called kaolin, but it's also called china clay, which is porcelain, and that is the smoothest type of clay. It doesn't have as many impurities in it, and it's just very nice, and it's probably the clay that is used in the fine china that your aunt or grandma has in your cabinets. How does pottery relate to me? Pottery relates to me because, like I said, I was fortunate to work with it through my high school career, through sophomore, junior, and senior year, and it has helped me through channel my emotions. Art is a very good stress reliever, and I feel like with clay, especially clay, I feel like clay describes me because you can do so many diverse things with it, just as I am very diverse. And the worst days were probably the days that I had the best pieces of work. And I researched what were the physical types of benefits of working on a wheel, and actually it helps with people with arthritis. If you have arthritis, it helps relieve the pain in your joints because you are again manipulating the clay and using your whole upper body weight to manipulate the clay. And it also helps mentally, like I said, because it is a stress reliever. Little kids to older people love to do art, and it helps them express themselves, and it's just so many good benefits to channel your emotions and relieve whatever is bothering you. So on to making the piece on the wheel. You need a couple of tools, and I will explain this in my video, but one thing that I didn't explain in my video was wedging the clay. I didn't record myself wedging it, but wedging clay is the same process as wedging dough. If you ever have dough from scratch, you need it. So the process or the way that you want to do it is you have your hands on both sides of the clay, and it will probably be in a ball or in a square shape, and you take both hands and you press inwards with your thumbs and this part of your hands down, and you go in a circular motion down, and you want to do that about 30 times, or count to 30, and then that'll probably be done. And that what that does, it removes all the holes in the clay if you got the piece of clay from a used bag. The clay that I used was from a freshly non-used bag, so I didn't have to knead the clay. Also, another thing, you want to have relaxed clothes. Like, you don't want to be wearing like a dress because your legs are open and you don't want you don't want that to be showing. And you want to have an apron, and you don't want to have anything on your hands like rings, hair bands, nothing like that.
Hit the screen until it says, there you go.
Good morning, 9:30 class. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a cylindrical figure on the pottery wheel. A couple tools that you'll be needing is a sponge, a right angle edge to make your walls precise. You're going to need a sharp tool. This is kind of like a needle tool. And you're also going to need another tool that has a 90-degree angle on it to make your precision at the bottom of the wheel. You're also going to need a cutting tool for when you want to remove your piece. And you're also going to need 2 clasps to remove your piece off of the wheel. Also, before you start working on the wheel, you want to have relaxed clothes and an apron, and no rings, no hair bands on your hands, clean hands. You want to have a bucket of water, and of course you want to have a piece of clay. So to start off, I'm going to put a piece of clay on the pottery wheel. Forcefully with my hands. And I'm also going to wet the sponge. And I'm going to wet the piece of clay that I have on the wheel. And you're going to make, I call bird hands. I'm right-handed, so I put my right hand on top of my left hand, and I make a W shape. And with that shape, you're going to put it next to the clay. You want your elbows to be locked into your thighs, so make sure that your elbows are locked into your thighs and you have good precision on your arms to your thighs, and that you're steady. You don't want the wheel to be moving your hands, you want the hands to be moving the clay. And you want a medium speed, so I'm going to go to medium to fast speed to make my clay a perfect cylinder. And within each process, you want to make sure that your hands and the piece of clay are both damp. So I'm going to be frequently dipping my hands into the bucket of water, and I'm going to be frequently squirting water on my piece of clay. And I'm going to be switching from my bird hands to my karate chop. I'm going to frequently be going from bird hands to karate chop, which is a karate chop motion. My left hand is on the clay and my right hand is on top of the clay. And I'm going to be pushing down, but at the same time, my left hand is going to be pushing inwards. And again, you want both of your
It's halfway through. There's 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this video, I messed up because I was going too fast and I wasn't following my own instructions. So I'm gonna fast forward to the last video, which is my piece already made. And from that, so I'm on the wheel and I'm like this. And in order to open the piece to make my bowl, I use my left hand and my right hand, and my hole is open, so my left hand is on the piece of clay and my right hand is behind my left hand, and my right thumb is the finger that makes the hole. And you want to go to slow to medium speed, and you don't want to go all the way down to where your thumb hits the wheel. So I'm on the wheel and my thumb goes down, and you want to make like a 1/4 inch below your thumb touches the wheel. And then once the hole is made, you want to make a dragging motion, and I use my index and middle finger to make that dragging motion, and I drag to my left hand. So I insert my index and middle finger, and I drag towards my left hand. And while I'm dragging towards my left hand, I pull up to make my walls thin. So it's a drag and pull motion. And then that will create the hole to be bigger and your walls to be somewhat thin. And then after that, you use the knuckle pull. And I don't use my knuckles, I use my index and middle finger, and I just use the whole finger. And from that, instead of going to the side, I go behind towards me, and I use my other index and middle finger from my right hand, and I pull and go up. And for that, your wheel speed needs to be on a very slow to slow speed, so that way you have enough control with your piece in your hands. And then that will make your walls precise. And to remove the clay is what I'm going to show you.
Okay, so as you can see that I messed up. So what I did was, after using the bird hand, right?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Do 2 turns. You're going to use your pen tool. And turn it clean. And wrap it around your fingers. And you're gonna slice your dough onto the wheel and slice towards you, or slice up out and slide towards you. And you're gonna do 2 turns. I'm gonna do it 1 more time, just for good luck.
Okay.
And so for my conclusion, pottery has helped me express my feelings and express my emotions when words could fail me. And I hope that everyone has learned something through this
Yes,
experience.
absolutely, very